Welcome to Caring Connections. I'm Sally Gibney, and it's March. And March is I Matter, You Matter month, a month when we can make caring connections and share acts of caring with each other and write them down and put them in these little boxes. We did it last year, and today I have with me my good friends Pat, Crystal, and Scout. And we did this last year, didn't we? And we're really excited because we have our I Matter, You Matter family event coming up. And last year we had one at Riley Rink on March 28th, and it was really fabulous. So how about if we take a look at that?
Well, you know what, Zoe? I would love to see your video.
So can we do that?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
When you're down and troubled and you need a helping hand, and nothing is going right. Close your eyes and think of me, and soon I will be there to brighten up even your darkest night. You just call up my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running. Oh yeah, baby, to see you again. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, now all you got to do is call, and I'll be there, yeah, yeah, yeah. You've got a friend. If the sky above you should turn dark and full of clouds, and that old north wind should begin to blow, keep your head together and call my name out loud now. Soon I'll be knocking upon your door. You just call up my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running. Oh yes, I will see you again. Winter, spring, summer, fall, yeah. All you got to do is call, and I'll be there, yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey, ain't it good to know that you've got a friend? People can be so cold, they'll hurt you and desert you. Well, they'll take your soul if you let them. Oh yeah, but don't you let them. You just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running to see you again. Oh baby, don't you know about winter, spring, summer, or fall? Hey, now all you got to do is call. Lord, I'll be there, yes I will. You've got a friend. You've got a friend, yeah. Ain't it good to know you've got a friend? Ain't it good to know you've got a friend? Oh yeah, yeah, you've got a friend.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to I Matter, You Matter family event. We're so excited that all of you are here. Thank you so much for coming. Audrey and Pat and Jay and Kay and Crystal, we all welcome you. We're so thrilled that you're here. You know, I Matter, You Matter Day is just one day, but each one of us matters every single day. And that's what this is about, to remember that every single one of us matters. And so I'm going to ask each one of you to fold your arms. Please, everybody, fold your arms. Fold your arms. And now, say to yourself, quietly, or if you want to say it loud, just say, I matter.
I matter!
You matter. I didn't hear you. Let's say it again. I still don't hear you. That's great. Now, turn to everyone near you and say, you matter. Tell everybody around you, you matter. You matter. Because you know what? Every one of us matters. And we're so thrilled that you're here. And you know, our kids are so special and so wonderful. If you look around, just look around this room and look at all of these little papers with all of these acts of caring that our kids did. You know, our kids are wonderful. They're our future. And when you look at everything in this room, it gives all of us hope for the future because they are wonderful. So enjoy yourselves. Have pizza, have ice cream, everything. And just remember that you matter. Have fun.
On behalf of Manchester Theater Club, we'd like to donate $100 to the I Matter, You Matter Foundation.
Thank you so much. Everybody, have
You've
fun.
got a friend.
Zoe, that was amazing. Oh, I just love it. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Did you?
What do you think? Wasn't it great last year?
It was a lot of fun.
It really was. Now, I want each of you just to share a little bit about yourselves. Pat, tell us a little bit about you.
I live in Paulet, Vermont. I have been with I Matter, You Matter since it started, I guess. I really like
you have.
long time.
A loyal friend.
A long time. I particularly like working with the kids for the event and getting the school kids involved in talking about little things they do that matter to them or to their family, to their friends. Last year it was amazing how many kids thought the most wonderful thing they did was hold doors for their friends. and that's how simple the acts of caring can be.
Yeah.
And they just really got a kick out of that.
Yeah, we really had a good time, didn't we?
We did.
Crystal, tell us a little bit about you.
I own the Inn at Westview Farm in Dorset, and I have a boy, Ray, who's in 7th grade at the Dorset School. And all the schools did a great job last year getting excited about the event and making great art projects with the acts of caring messages that they all came up with, and sharing their acts of kindness that they did for each other. And I just thought it was a great event, and it went really well.
It was really, really fun. And you came up with our saying, which is?
Caring is contagious.
And it is, isn't it?
It is.
It really is. We saw that so many times. It was just great. Scout, tell us about you.
I'm Scout, and I'm from Someday Farm, a full-time farm in East Dorset and Dorset.
Fabulous farm.
And I also do agricultural education throughout the state of Vermont. And I thought that last year's event was fantabulous. It was so exciting to see the kids really caring for each other, as well as just being totally engaged in all the activities and displays that you and all of us had spent a lot of time setting up. It was really wonderful to see the kids holding chicks.
Let's talk about your display and what you brought. That was so much fun. It was really
Wait a second, were you involved in that? You didn't come over. We had lots of children holding chicks, and lots of just 2-day-old chicks, as well as big ducks and pheasants and turkeys. And I think they got the connection. Caring is contagious, that taking care of animals is just as important as taking care of people. And by learning how to take care of animals, you also can then take care of people as well.
And taking care of the earth as well. You know, that's part of it too. You know, and I think that that's something that you brought into it, which was really great. And there was one, it was all very special, and all the kids were so special, but there was one boy, wasn't there, who just sat there and held, could you tell?
Held a large duck, and he had never held an animal before, had no pets of his own, and he was very trepidatious at first to hold this very large 15-pound duck. But after a while, he became very comfortable, and the caregiver that was with him was really making the connection with the caring is contagious and the you matter, I matter, and making that connection. And finally, after about an hour of holding this animal, he really made a connection. And then he passed off this animal to another child who had been just standing there wordlessly and said, and explained how to hold it and what it was all about. So he was really transferring his knowledge to someone else.
So it was
exciting.
really a wonderful experience for him. And I think that's kind of what we got from it, didn't it? That the kids were all interacting with each other. And the music, talk about the music, wasn't that great?
Yeah, that was wonderful. That was the band from Long Trail.
Right, right.
And it was, I mean, they were in tune, they were perky, they made beautiful music, that had people dancing around and carrying on. It was really a real treat, especially for those of us who don't have kids in school anymore, because you hear people talking about, you know, what great things the kids are doing, but to be able to participate in it and see it, it was really a big treat.
Yeah, it really was. And Crystal, what did you get out of it? What did you think was the best part of the whole thing?
I think it's just such a great message, you know, because there's so much negativity, you know, in the world, and to have this positive message and to start it with the kids when they're young, and, you know, just that any little act of kindness, you know, can make someone's day.
Yeah,
and you know,
and
it makes
does.
them feel good about themselves to help
Exactly.
others. So
And you know,
it's great.
we were so fortunate because so many of the businesses in the community joined us. I mean, the food was absolutely fabulous. The pizza from Sam's and from Christo's, and you know, all of the really finger foods that we received, you know, from Melanie at the Gourmet Deli, and from Mother Myrick's, and
it was all local businesses.
and
that
Cilentro's
provided.
and
great.
Gringo Jacks, and oh, the popcorn from
The bank.
Berkshire Bank, yeah. That was a big hit.
Lisa from the Berkshire Bank brought the popcorn machine, and you could smell the popcorn when you walked in, and there's nothing like the smell of fresh popcorn. You know, it's actually, it's just so wonderful. So all of these things were just so exciting and so great. And you know, it was amazing, well, I shouldn't say amazing, but so many of the older kids came up to me and said, thank you. Thank you for doing this. You know, I think too, everyone's so busy and there's so much going on, and with the texting and all that kind of thing, but to give the kids an opportunity to stop and just take that time to realize, you know, how nice they are and how neat they are and how many acts of caring they do on a daily basis without even realizing it. And that's what this is all about, is giving each of us an opportunity to do that. Pat, you were always so much fun with the kids. Tell me any other little things that you came up with. I mean, you just are.
I'm sorry I missed the duck. I would have liked to hold the duck.
Well, you were too busy with the pizza.
Yeah, we were passing out pizza. I think the thing that I liked a great deal was the banners that the kids made at school that depicted their ideas of what this was about. They were all different. Each one was more wonderful than the other, and the kids were just so proud of the banner.
Yeah.
And I think we still have some of them around.
We
and
do,
we should.
and you know, we're even going to put some of them up again this week,
Yeah.
this year. Maple Street, the kids, they were door size.
Yeah.
These
yeah.
posters, they were absolutely amazing, and we had them all around. But the kids from the Northshire Day School, they had these wonderful little ducks that they made and little bunnies, and there was just so many wonderful, wonderful things. Meadowy School, Community School, all of the schools. Oh, what about MEMS? Those hula hoops,
Yeah.
with
Oh,
those
that's
little
right.
acts of caring that
Green.
were hanging down.
Yeah.
I mean, it just goes on and on and on. There was just
I
no
think, Sally,
end to
too,
it.
it was really neat to see that there were people who didn't have children, who
Yeah.
came in off the street and just wanted to participate in the experience and helping out other children as well as helping out other grown-ups, learning about things. And
they were participating as well.
That's great. Yes, and Kim Kimball, that wonderful. He raised our poster in front of his building, you know, and hopefully he'll do that again this year. And it was just, you know, oh, and what about this year? Our second I Matter, You Matter family event is going to be at the Veterans Home, the Vermont Veterans Home in Bennington, Vermont, where everyone is going to be able to share with the veterans how much they matter. What do you think about that, Pat?
You know, I like the veterans.
Yes, you do. You've been sharing caring coins with the veterans for years.
Yeah, we've been wandering around. I think it's going to be great because it will get the kids into the veterans' home, for one thing, and to see what goes on there. And I think the veterans, I mean, anyone we've ever interacted with has been just wonderful, real morale booster. I do get a little sick of being called ma'am, but
I know. Once they start calling you ma'am, you know, it's like,
you just feel like your own grandmother at that point. You know? But they are really great fun to hang out with.
Yeah.
They are really appreciative, and the people we've given the coins to, you know, they just turn up all over the place, and they like them, and they're small, so they can carry them, and they can.
And they're wood. You know, and everybody loves to say, here they are. These are lots of acts of care, little caring coins that people who have been on the show have signed, and they're wonderful. They're just a few of the many, and I think everybody loves them because they're wood.
Right.
You know, they're of the earth, and I think that has a lot to do. But they do turn up all over the place, don't they?
You know, if you pull one out, I always have one in my purse, at least one. Because the poor mothers at the supermarket who are just about to die because their kid is having a temper tantrum in the canned goods section, you know. So I always have one to give to the mom and to say we've all been there.
Yeah, exactly.
You may think you're looking crazy right now, but you are not alone.
And we understand.
We understand, but they just appreciate the notion that you can hand somebody something that tiny, and it just sort of makes their day.
Yeah.
And then the other moms quit looking at her like,
You know, she's
you
crazy.
know,
And you know, the little caring coins started with that dream 14 years ago, and now 106,000 coins have gone around the world. That means 106,000 caring connections. 212 people have connected. 212,000 people have connected through those caring coins.
That's great.
You know, when you think about that, it's just mind-boggling. It's mind-boggling.
It all started right in this area with you.
Yes. Well, not with, but all of you. I mean, I couldn't do it with all of you, and all of you out there. It's just been a really neat journey, and we're so happy to share that journey with you and to be able to share the message, I matter, you matter. What does that mean to you, the message, I matter, you matter?
to me, I think the most important part of that is I matter. Because if you don't matter to yourself and take care of yourself and all that kind of stuff, then whatever you do to anybody else probably has a little bit of a fraud action to it. But if you're really centered and taking care of yourself, then you have the energy, you have the optimism, you have whatever it takes to matter to somebody else. And that somebody else can be a person or a duck or whatever, you know, your plants in your yard. But it starts with I matter. And not in a selfish, idiotic way.
No,
but
but in a true sense that I am special and I do matter. How about you, Crystal? What does it mean to you?
I agree with Pat, and you know, I think it's an important message to, you know, instill in the children when they're young, you know, that they matter and that everyone else around them matters.
And if
also.
I matter, you matter.
Exactly. So, you know, and just to treat everyone with respect and you know,
Dignity.
yeah. So it's I think it's great, you know, this event especially to, you know, start people out young with that message.
Yeah, I think it means a lot. What do you think? What is
I think
your
the
feeling?
coins are just so vibrant and important because they are a physical reminder of when a child or a grown-up is in trouble or having a hard day or having a hard part in their life. They can look at that physical something and feel like there's other people behind them that are inspiration and feedback and support. And everybody needs that to know that they're not alone.
Yeah, and to know that they do matter. Each person does matter. You know, and I think I was reading the book Dignity, and that we're all born with dignity, and we should be treated with dignity. Respect is something that we earn, but dignity is something that every person deserves, to be treated with dignity. And the I Matter, You Matter is just a simple way of you know, reminding us, each of us, that we do matter. And the kids get it. Don't you think, Pat?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I can remember the first thing we did was up in Poultney. And we're passing out the coins, and all of a sudden this young man comes up to us, and he's got like 10 of them around his neck. And I looked at Sally, and she looked at me. We said, well, what is going on here? Well, his mother had thrown him out of the house the night before, and all his friends knew he needed a little extra support today. So they all took their coins and gave him to him.
And it was so neat. And he said, can I have coins to give back to my friends? And we said, of course you can. And we gave him more. But there are so many of those wonderful stories, you know, and it's just such a joy. And, you know, when you see our little boxes around, it's just an opportunity to acknowledge the acts of caring. The acts of caring are going on all the time. You know, there's a smile, a wave, a hi, hold the door. How many hold the doors did we get? And yet, I don't think we realize it. I think that we just sort of take it for granted. But this is an opportunity to stop and acknowledge those acts of caring that you share or that you see. And write them down. Put them in these little boxes, because we're going to collect all the boxes and we're going to put them up on the posters. So when you go to the Riley Rink or the Veterans Home, you're going to see those acts of caring. Because last year there were thousands of them all over the world. And it was so neat. It was so exciting. And we had such a wonderful time with it. And we're just hoping that all of you will join us. And caring is contagious. Join us with these little acts of caring and write them down, put them in the boxes. You don't anything. Oh, also, you can Twitter. If you know how to tweet, Twitter. It's, what is that? # I Matter, You Matter. Just every time you do one or see one, go in there and do that. That's going to be fun. We'll see how many of those we get. You can go to our website and also our Facebook page and let us know what you're doing, because it's really fun to get. Oh, it's around the world. We forgot. It's worldwide.
That's right.
Yes, last year we had Nepal, we had Bangladesh, we had India, we had Costa Rica, we had all over the world. So it really is very exciting. We have so much to tell you, and I don't think we're going to get it all in today.
But they can come visit us on the I Matter, You Matter days.
Exactly,
They can see more personally what it's like to do it.
Absolutely. So let's have a couple of final words from each of us. Pat, what would you like to say?
I look forward to seeing people at Riley Rink or at the Veterans.
Or both.
Or both. They can come to both. It is really a great day, if you have kids, it's a wonderful day, because the kids so enjoy meeting one another from different schools and that kind of thing. And if you don't, you're still welcome to come by and get into the spirit of the thing yourself and then spread it around.
And what about you, Krista?
Yeah, I hope everyone who's watching comes to one of the events, and you know, just if you know anyone who went last year, you know it's a great event, and you know, I hope we have a great turnout, because it's an important message, and I'm glad we're adding the one in Bennington this year too, because that'll be a great addition.
It's going to be a lot.
Yeah.
And Scout.
I would encourage everyone to really think about how to make more caring connections and do something a little bit outside of your normal regime for something caring, whether it's going to the neighbor and dropping off cookies, or it's helping someone plow their driveway, or doing someone else's chores for them, a sibling. But this is really a month to do something beyond what you already do.
Which is really great, and also then to continue it. But you know, it is going on, and we are all doing it, and just to acknowledge it and be aware of it and keep it going. And we want to thank you all for joining us. This has been really fun. We're really looking forward to both events, and we hope that you can join us. You can go to our website and see more about it, or Facebook, or whatever. And when you see these little boxes, just, don't you love this? Look at this little ring holding on to these papers. Pretty cool, don't you think? Every year we get a little bit better. Don't you think? Thank you all for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you at both I Matter, You Matter family events, the 28th at Riley Rink from 6 to 8, and then on the 29th at the Veterans Home from 1:30 to 3:30, and that is following the raising of the 55 commemorative flags. The Vietnam veterans are going to be raising the flags there, and we're inviting all of you to join us for that, and then come on over to the event. So thanks so much, and until next time, see you later. Bye-bye.